Hello and welcome to another episode of BTech. Today I'm going to be showing you how to directly bond in a permanent way your AirTag to your AirPods case. Strangely enough, there is no native method for locating the AirPods case. This is very frustrating because it's very easy to lose it even when it's right next to you. If it's under something, you won't see it. And it's really nice to have an AirTag on there to be able to easily find it. Now, there are other methods. You can wrap the case and then you can use a keychain. I don't like those because they're bulky and uncomfortable in my pocket, so I'm going to try to bond it directly and permanently to the case using classic JB Weld. We'll be doing this today, and then we'll have a follow-up. I do like classic JB Weld. I think it gives it the best bond, even better than the plastic-specific bonders. But to make a really good bond, what we're going to have to do is prepare the surface first by using this 180 grit sandpaper, both on the back of the AirTag as well as on the case. It doesn't require that much, just a little bit of roughing up on both sides. Then we can put a tiny little bit of JB Weld on there, make sure not to cover up the indicator light, and then let it cure for 24 hours, and then we'll have a permanently bonded AirTag to an AirPod case that we can then test out for a few months to see how well that bond holds up. So let's get started. I do recommend roughing up the surfaces first before doing the JB Weld mixing. Because this JB Weld takes hours to cure, and it even takes a pretty long time to even set, it doesn't matter too much that I'm doing it out of order in this video, but if I were doing it again, I definitely would have done the sanding before, roughing on the surface before I mix the JB Weld. So I'm just doing a little tiny bit. Sorry, there's bad camera angle here, but just a little bit of roughing up with the sandpaper. It doesn't take very much. You want to clean the surface off so there's no dust, and a little bit of roughing up. Once both sides are roughed, I'm just going to put some JB Weld. I don't personally care about the aesthetics of this. I really just don't want to cover up the LED. It doesn't require a whole lot. And then if you want, you can put the Apple symbol straight up. But you do want the chrome on the outside, otherwise you won't be able to change the battery later. We're going to set this aside and let it cure, and then I'll report back in a later video to see how well it holds up. So it's been about 3 months now that I've been using my AirPods here, connect it to my AirTag by classic JB Weld, and I've been very, very happy with it personally. The bond is held up extremely well. You can see how scratched everything is. I use these every day and bring it in with me into the garage, into work, in the lab, dropping them, concrete floors, everything. You can see all the, this is all metal shavings because I take them out while I'm grinding metal in the garage, just to show you how rough I am with it. And what I like about it is it makes the AirPod case a little bit bigger, but it still fits in my pocket just fine. I don't have to worry about any kind of keychain or anything getting snagged on anything. And I'm always sure the AirTag's actually bound to it. Do I actually use the AirTag for finding these? Yeah, I do. I misplace these all the time. Just not somebody who's very good at putting things down in the same spot all the time. And it's really nice to be able to use the find application to find where I put them. I would have lost these things dozens of times already if it weren't for having this bound to it. So what are the downsides? I did 2 of these. I did one for my wife as well, and Hers I did a little cleaner job with. You can see I was kind of sloppy with the epoxy on mine. So if you do care about aesthetics, it's probably not the best looking thing out there. I don't care at all, so it doesn't bother me. And I had to be really careful not to get the epoxy on the light. So if you, not that you really need the light, but it's nice to be able to still see the indicator light. And as you can see, you don't have, if you go too far to the bottom of it, you're going to lose, you're going to have this sticking out, which is annoying. And you're also going to lose surface area to bond to. But if you went too far up, you'll easily cover up the light. And you, on both of them, I was within a millimeter of the light, so I really tried to push it to the limit. If you are gluing this on there, it'd be very easy to accidentally overglue it. Another thing to consider, I use classic JB Weld on plastics. There are specific types of epoxies for plastics, and I've consistently found that they're not as strong. That's just my own experience, but I do find the classic JB Weld works extremely well. Other things to consider with this, as we see in the last video, last part of this video in the beginning, I did sand these with some 180 grit sandpaper to get the bond strong, and it is strong. Could I possibly rip this off of there? I'm not sure. I suspect the plastic on the AirTag would break before the JB Weld bond broke. Also, if you are gluing this, make sure to put the chrome part out because you do want to be able to replace the battery on it. All right. Hope this video has been helpful for some folk. This has been a real nice thing to have for me, so I hope it helps somebody else out as well. Until next time.